So, growing up 1960s, when I was a teenager, I became interested in the music, popular music, especially coming from France, Italy, and maybe Latin music. I already talked about the French chanson and also Italian canzone. But one more thing that I like to talk about is the Latin music. Latin music was very, very popular at that time, especially Trio Los Panchos. Uh, the three group from, I think, Puerto Rico or Cuba, somewhere around that area. Was worldwide at the time. It's very, very popular. And I was about 8 years old, 9 years old, or something like that. But my sister, who is like 12 years older, uh, had LPs of Latin music. Trio Los Panchos is one. And so I was kind of you know, as a kid, uh, I didn't much, interested in those, but I was hearing it. And but during that time, those some of the song was also very, very popular in Japan, for example. And so many Japanese singer sing the Latin music in Japanese, of course. And watching TVs and so forth, music program, I think you hear them, those songs, like Besame Mucho, and lots of other Los Panchos hit songs. And so I kind of aware of those things, but when I came to the U.S. again, and but much later than any other song that I became so enthused, my passion for Los Panchos came back. Probably that's about 1995 or something like that. I think around that time. Um, I was, I was finding out Los Panchos music. At that time, the CD, uh, I could find Los Panchos is the one. It's very, very good recording. But I think that's like a studio recording of much later of the Los Panchos career, and it was made engineering, superb engineering, and sounds so good. And so I became uh, very familiar with the Los Panchos music at that time. And I again, uh, fell in love with those songs. And that's Los Panchos. I started to collect all of their music. And of course, I don't understand Spanish, so I don't get the lyrics, meaning of lyrics or anything. But some of the lyrics is like, like a basura, for example, like a trash, or like a clock tower or clock or something like that, and or your victory or something like that. Very simple title of the song, and but the beautiful song I really loved. I think then at the time, then I realized that was called Latin Bolero. So, long after that, not that much longer, I was seeing those Mexican people um, here and there, and I was telling them that I really like Los Panchos. And do you like Los Panchos, or do you know them, or anything like that? And some of the people suggested, well, then you have to listen to Luis Miguel. He had lots of nice bolero music. So I didn't know anything about Luis Miguel. So I started to investigate, and then it turns out Luis Miguel has this bolero albums, or one, two, three, possibly four bolero albums. He issued at that time, and so I started to listen one by one, especially the first one. I think that was so nice. Um, the Manzanero, I think, was a producer, maybe, and he and Luis Miguel, I think, got together and they selected this, uh, best of Latin bolero music, and in that is like, oh, Mucho Corazon and Inolvidable, those songs there, and it was so beautiful. I never knew those songs. Mucho Corazon, I had never listened to it before, and Inolvidable, gosh, I never listened to it, but it was so beautiful, and so I fell in love again. So I started to collect like a second bolero album by Luis Miguel, and third one, and the fourth one. I collected all that, and so yeah. Then at that time, those Luis Miguel was recording all these old bolero hit songs. Other Latin singers also showed up, like Enrique Iglesias and Ricky Martin. And uh, so I listened to those too, but they are more or less like very fast rhythm and Latin rhythms, and Mark Anthony, the other one, salsa. That he's a salsa singer, and so I like that, but not as much as Latin bolero. So my Latin bolero love was very very strong at that time, and it's probably 1995 to 2000, some years there. And then Latin bolero, Luis Miguel stopped recording all the bolero songs. So those boom, those hit phenomena kind of died down. But I think Latin bolero was so beautiful, and many many people influenced by Los Panchos, and Edie Gourmet uh, produced these two Latin albums with Los Panchos. That was wonderful, and I listened to them many many times. And oh, uh, yeah, uh, so many others also collaborated with Los Panchos, and they are also very very nice. And but today, 2023, I don't listen to them that much, because there's so many songs, or maybe my pop music fever was kind of a past, or or just because I don't know anything, because living in the US, unless you listen to the radio, there's a lot of radio station which is you know because there's a lot of Mexican immigrants live in the US, so there's a lot of Latin music station, radio station, and Radio Romantica in Denver. They broadcast lots of romantic songs, close to Bolero, but more contemporary. And um, yeah, I listen to those sometimes. I really like them, but not as much as the old one as always. 1960s or even before 1950s. Beautiful Latin Bolero songs. Uh, that's what I kind of fell in love. And yeah, so music changes as the years goes by, and some people stay in that kind of a mode for a long time and produce that kind of a music. But I think time changes and the rhythm got much more faster rhythms and bigger, uh, you know, sounds or whatever. Los Panchos is only three people, right? So one person played guitar, the quinto guitar, and the other person played guitar too, then the third person played guitar. Always the one person is like a lead singer, and those lead singers changed from the very beginning to the last of Three Los Panchos. But some other two guys stays for a long time, but this main solo singer uh, changed quite a lot. But I love all of them. They have a beautiful voice, and Los Panchos themselves selected this lead singer very seriously. I think that's member, the lead singer, and he sang like Adoro, Tiri Tiri Tiri, Manzanero song, and it's beautiful voice and very heartfelt, and I really love that. So yeah, gosh, yeah. So French music, Italian music, Latin music. Uh, I was influenced, but in such a way that 1960s is like a pivotal point for me. After that, I try to investigate what kind of a Latin music is popular today, and but sooner or later I kind of lose interest. So yeah, yep.